last year. It looked like he put on some muscle. How much can that extra weight help him, especially in pass protection?
Ton. I mean, it just adds to his confidence. It makes him a more physical player. I mean, he's naturally strong, and we saw that last year with his running style and ability to break tackles. But it just makes him a more confident physical player. And he's made some strides, even though he wasn't able to go through power hour. His body has naturally just responded to what we do in season, but then the short off season that we had, winter conditioning, winter training. But he's had a good 7 days as well. Just as the game has slowed down for him, and same thing. And that's one of the reasons I like to go early, because I like to have a really good, longer off season, but we can take some breaks within it. And we don't have to just strain them, in a short amount of time. And I just think they respond better to that. So I feel like he's going to be a guy that's really. I mean, he did, obviously had some great plays last year, but I think he made some of those plays, not going where he was supposed to go all the time. He just would make a guy miss and make something happen. I just think he'll be a cleaner player and with the same explosiveness.
From your perspective, what is it that everyone loves so much about Chad Smith?
About Chad Smith?
Shaq.
Mm-hmm. I just think he's such a committed guy. I think the other thing is probably how he has handled himself. He's a very good student. He's just a guy that's committed in every area of his life. And he is truly, we talk about being committed to excellence in all areas, and he's applied that. I mean, he's excellent in his studies. He's excellent in his relationships. He's excellent in his learning of football. He's excellent in the weight room. He's excellent in community service. He's excellent in his leadership. He just takes so much pride in that. And I think he's such a good example, to his teammates, of a guy who hasn't pouted. He came in here and he recognized his weaknesses, even though the world says he's the greatest player in the history of football and he should be starting the day he gets here. That's the world we live in. But how he handled those expectations and has just been patient and has worked to prepare himself for this opportunity, and he's done a really nice job. Really, you just love to see that. I mean, and we've had lots of guys like that. Vic Beasley didn't really play hardly at all until he was a fourth-year junior here, and had a pretty good fourth-year junior year and fifth-year senior year, and did all right leaving. And same thing with Dorian. I mean, DJ Goodson. I mean, we had lots of those guys, and he was just a guy that it just took a little while, football-wise, for him to be able to compete like he needed to. And now he's just in a much better place. He's just really confident. And I just think his teammates have a great respect for that. But it's just how he treats people. He's just a great natural leader, and I mean, he's been that way. I mean, the weight room, every area. You put him out. He goes and does micro internship, and you get all these great comments. He's just out front in a lot of areas that a lot of the people don't see, and I think his teammates recognize that. But he's definitely one of the best leaders we have.
How's Xavier Kelly handling his opportunity? And
he's doing good. He's doing good. I mean, he's still a work in progress, but he's way better. He's improved, but he's still from time to time will get too high. He's mentally not busting. He's mentally making a lot better decisions, consistently making better decisions. But just fundamentally and technically still got some improving to do. But he's doing good. He's taking pride in his opportunity. I'm pleased with it.
Kyler and Mario still?
Yeah, they're out. I think Kyler will be back Monday, I think is what they said. So hopefully he can scrimmage Wednesday. I'd say if he's not back Monday, it'd be hard for him to scrimmage Wednesday. But he thinks he's going to be back Monday, so we'll see. And hopefully the same thing with Mario.
What's it like for those corners that are left out there?
Gassed. We're gassing them all. I've taken offensive guys and thrown them over there every now and then during one-on-ones just to get some reps, just to save legs. Because we're a little thin with those two out. But they'll be back soon. But it's been good. Those guys are getting a ton of work. I mean, hey man, you want an opportunity, go get it. I mean, Anthony's got a ton of work. He's getting better. Doc's getting better because of it. And AJ's been really, really good, really consistent. And Sheridan, he's getting a ton of work. A couple of our walk-on guys getting a bunch of work. So it's good. It's good. We're straining them.
What are you seeing from Aiden Swanson? Do you think you could push Spires at all, or are you hoping to redshirt him?
Oh, shoot, it's way too early to talk about redshirting anybody. We got a long way to go. We got a lot of competition. I mean, we haven't really been able to be outside yet. They can both punt it the hole in the roof if you let them. So, Will's been very consistent. He just looks like a veteran. I mean, he just looks very poised, very confident. So that's good to see. But it's just hard to. We hadn't really been able to do much. But Aiden a little nervous early. Definitely has to get stronger. But man, he can do it. That's why we signed him. I mean, he's got natural pop. But putting it all together, biggest thing right now, we got to figure out who our second snapper's going to be. That's our. So Wiki is doing a good job as well. He's in that punting competition. So we got 3 guys that'll compete, but we got. I mean, it doesn't matter what happens this spring. We're going to have to. We got a long way to go before we play in September. So that'll be guys that'll have to earn it every day. Same thing with Potter. Right now it's Potter and Sawicki, and then we're going to get Whites in here in the summer, and hopefully add to that competition as well. So all those guys got to prove it every day. Got to earn every day. Nobody's got a job. I say that about everybody, and they write the article. Dabo says Trevor must earn job again. Everybody's got to earn their job again, not just Trevor. Everybody, Tremaine and Crone. Nobody wants to print those. Pollard. They don't have sexy names. I don't guess or hair. So everybody writes about them. But everybody has to earn their job, and we'll come out of spring. Kind of a starting point. It's like we came out of a season, and then you go back to work in fall camp. And it also matters what you do in the summer. And you go back into fall camp, and then eventually you get 10 days out for that first game, and you say, all right, this is what we're going to do. And then you get to the games, and then you got to prove it in the game, week in and week out. To me, the competition never ends. And I was just telling the team that. That's why we've been, to me, really good, because it's very competitive at practice every day. It's very competitive. We create that competition. We promote and demote every day, and it creates great competition amongst the guys. And the guys know they got to go out and they got to prove it every day. No complacency. So got a long way to go.
How is Jalen Lay